Hello and welcome to the Cleaner Days Ahead podcast. I'm your host, Zoe.
And I'm your host, Paris.
And we are two girls that own small cleaning businesses here in Oklahoma City. And we came together to start this podcast to promote supporting local businesses and give other small businesses a platform to come and share their stories. And we will also be sharing stories of ourselves and just business tips and tricks, anything like that. And this is our 5th episode. We are so excited to have our very first guest on. Paris, do you want to go ahead and tell us a little about that?
Yes, I do. Today we're having on Emma Nightingale. She is owner of Simply Tilly Laundry Co. here in Edmond. And if you're watching, or if you're not watching, you should be watching because we are at Simply Tilly today.
Yay.
But before we get too deep, let's go ahead and introduce and meet Emma. Okay, you guys, we're back with our guest.
Hi, I'm Emma.
Hi, Emma. We're so excited to have you on. But before we deep dive on all things business and we cry, we're going to hop into...
No, but literally.
I'll cut this part, but we're going to hop into Bev of the Day, which, as you know, because you're a listener, I hope.
Yes, all the episodes.
It is where we tell you what's going on our week, and of course, what are we sipping on? Because I always have a drink in my hand.
Yes, same. And if you catch me with a drink, I'm an avid water drinker. But if you catch me with a drink, it's going to be a Sprite. And I love to put a little bit of coconut and vanilla cream in there, vanilla sweet cream specifically. And it's so good. It's perfect for hot and humid days like today in Oklahoma, 24/7.
Yeah.
And so what are you guys drinking?
What are you drinking? Also, we're sharing a mic if you can't tell. So thank you for being patient.
Hopefully it's not too distracting, but we are working through our kinks, okay? Anyway, today I am drinking a sparkling water. It has some real strawberries in it, as well as strawberry puree, and I think some coconut flavoring as well. And yeah, it's good. It's good.
And you guys, I'm going to tell the truth. I broke my glass cup, and this is water.
It's okay. We made it
I had to get it off my chest. So that's what I'm doing this week. I'm lying. Well, maybe I'm truthing.
You're being honest.
I'm being honest.
We're proud of you.
I'm drinking water. I need it anyways because I'm burning up right now. I took my top off. So here I am. Emma, what'd you do this week? Let's catch up. Busy or what?
This week was very busy. I've been fortunate to have some help, which is very nice because on, let's see, what day was that? On Tuesday, I was trying to put a huge rug, literally like 8 by 10, straight out of the washer, guys, so wet. She was very heavy. I was trying to put her over on the clothesline out front of the storefront, and I strained my left oblique. So,
Are you okay?
we're fine. It's just crazy to me because I've never it's laundry, you know? So I went to get it looked at, and they're like, "What were you doing?" I was like, "I was doing laundry." And they're like,
Right.
"Are you sure?" I'm like, "I swear I was doing laundry." I showed photo proof of the rug. I did get it over the clothesline. I did get it over the clothesline. Mind you, my fiance was like, "Just wait for me. I'll help you. We'll get it up there together."
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Where's the rug?
She went back home with her owner. Yeah.
I see.
She's
I
clean.
see.
She
Okay.
smells good. She's great.
Uh-huh.
She's fine. I'm not.
You're not. You're recovering.
But that's okay. Anything for the customers. We're healing. Got a little steroids. Keep her, get her going back normal. But that was my week. That's fine. We're back to We're back to the regular scheduled program.
Yep.
And busy. And I learned a lesson to just next time I'll just wait.
Just wait.
Just wait.
You don't always have to be the independent woman, okay?
And
You
let
should
a man
be
do
that.
things for you.
Exactly.
Let him.
Because if I would have just waited, I wouldn't have torn my oblique.
Yeah.
Strained it. So
I was in a similar position this week, but I did something I shouldn't have without warming up maybe. Last night I went to the park with Nana and my cousin Eleanor. Shout out. And that's the last one you're gonna get.
love
She
Nana.
keeps asking. Yeah, we were at the park and I was like, "Oh, let's race."
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 25. I shouldn't be racing without warming up at least. I
little
had been
stretch.
sitting and eating for 30 minutes.
Nice.
I'm tired and it's hot outside. It's Oklahoma hot weather.
Blew a hammy.
Yeah. Well, Almost. I won, and it's on camera. So
That's
Yes,
all
I
that
am.
matters.
yeah, but I woke up, my whole body is sore.
Terrible.
Real. Zoe, are you sore?
Oh.
What's
Am I
going on?
Sore from work. Let's see.
Honestly, I've done pretty much nothing this week besides work. Okay, I've been
Okay.
going to the gym,
Oh,
getting my
yes, girl.
steps in. I've been really enjoying my walks. I
Yes.
love to get my 10K steps.
See, I'm not the best. So
See,
you're my
I'm
aspiration.
really not the best either, but I've been trying to be better.
Okay, see,
recently.
you just have to be better.
You just 1% better every day.
Exactly.
Someone told me
Exactly.
that today. I'm not gonna say
It's
who,
so good.
because he doesn't deserve a shout out. I'm just kidding. Shout out. What's hot and happening in OKC this week? The Paseo Arts District is having their 49th annual arts festival, and it is going to be hosted May 23rd through the 25th, Memorial Day weekend. So make sure you grab your whole family because they've got things for everybody. There's going to be different local artists and artists from other parts of the world, which is still good. Make sure you go support them. Okay, they all have great things to promote to you and sell to you, and there's going to be fun things for the kids as well, some face painting and other activities. So definitely join that.
And we're going, so come see us.
Yes, come see us. We will be there, and if you want to ask for our autograph, that's fine. Okay, go
They'll do
ahead.
it. They'll do it.
After the Paseo Arts District, make sure on May 30th you hit up ThriftCon. There's going to be lots of vintage vendors selling collectibles as well as some vintage clothing. My personal
Love.
fave. I love thrifting, so make sure you check that out. And then Emma, you have something hot and happening, don't you?
In June, that will be Simply Tilly's 1 year. Yes, it's honestly flown by. It's crazy.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But we're going to be hosting a mom's night out, and we will have all things self-care. So we'll have a spray tan artist here. We'll have a girl doing mini facials. We'll have a girl giving massages. We'll have all types of good snacks and drinks, all the things to leave the kids at home, leave the partners at home, come relax, hang out.
No, I'll be there for that. I'm a dog
Yes.
mom, so does that count?
That's okay. Leave them at home. They'll be fine.
Okay.
Everything will be great. And the best part is it's pajama themed. Cozy clothes.
And I have so many PJs,
clothes.
so I'm ready for that.
Yeah. Cozy clothes because we just need a break sometimes. And if you're getting a spray tan, you'll already be in your cozy clothes.
And I have a couple questions about your event.
Yes.
So when you said it was when?
It's going to be June 27th, and it's going to be in the evening. Stay tuned on a time. She's still in
TBA.
progress.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe
Yes.
we'll add it here if we have a
Yes.
time determined before
Yes.
this goes out. Is there an admission or is it free to get in? How does
It's
that
going to
work?
be free.
Okay.
But there will be a link to RSVP so that we can kind of get a head count of how many people are going to be here, how many snacks we need, how many drinks we need, all the things. But other than that, it's free. You can come. Some of the service providers may be charging a fee because, they are here.
We got to support
Yes,
them.
and they're
Come
all
on.
local. They're all local women here in the metro or in the Edmond area. So it's just a really fun time. It's like a one-stop shop for just a really relaxing night. It's gonna be fun.
Awesome. That's
I'm
going to be
excited.
so fun. And Paris and I will absolutely be at that. So
Yes.
definitely come out and support Emma and support the other vendors that'll be here and get yourself a massage. I'm going to be doing that. Are you kidding
I'll
me?
be in the line for that. Indeed.
Okay, let's go ahead and hop into these questions.
Emma and I know each other, so I know your story. But for those who don't know you, why are you a business owner today?
So actually, as a little girl, I
Mhm.
always knew I wanted to work for myself. That's just always been a thing. It's funny because my mom and dad said that I'm always going to have to work for myself because I like things my way. But actually, I need to stop saying actually. I graduated from Southern Nazarene, which is actually where I met Paris, in 2022 with my undergrad degree in business administration. I didn't take a break. I went right into my master's in business administration. If you can't tell, there's a theme going here. Really had it in the plot to have my own business. I thought that if I took a break, like many people say, it's really hard to go back. So I jumped right into my master's also at Southern Nazarene, and I graduated with that in August of 2024. Did the expedited because I wanted to do her, but I didn't want to be in there long. I wanted to get it over with. So while I was in my master's, I worked in corporate, and which is no shocker that was not the best time. I quickly realized that there was more for me. I didn't feel like I could fulfill my purpose that the Lord had put on my heart in a little cubicle, 8 to 5 every day, behind a screen, not a lot of communication, not a lot of social aspect. And I'm super outgoing, super extroverted, and I just literally felt like I wasn't living my life. So I did that for about 6 months and I quit. I quit. This would be in December of 2024. So literally just about 6 months after I graduated with my master's. And I decided that I wasn't happy. And also during that time, I lost my soul dog, Tilly. She passed away, hence the name Simply Tilly, all named after my girl. So in the midst of not liking my job, not feeling like I'm fulfilling my purpose here on earth of what I'm called to be, and then losing my girl on top of all of that, I knew that something had to shift, but I didn't know what. So I'm like, okay, don't know what needs to shift, but I'm quitting. So once I quit, I decided that I would open this business, now a luxury wash and fold model, and I went for it. I literally had nothing planned, y'all. I did have the business model because I worked on it throughout my master's program. Wasn't called this, wasn't near as defined as what it needed to be to quit my job of a consistent income, but I did it. And I literally just trusted my faith, stepped out on faith and prayers. And by the grace of God, I have a phenomenal support system that was like, heck yeah, do it. And you're young. Figure it out. You know, if it doesn't, the worst that's going to happen is it's not going to work. Like, that's literally it.
Yep.
And I can always go get a job in corporate to pay the bills. I can do that if I need to do it. I think I'm losing sight of the question.
That is amazing. And I love that you have such a strong support system behind you.
Yes.
Is your support system family or the community? Where do you feel like you get that support from?
My rocks are my parents. And if you know me, you know. My mom and dad were very adamant about doing something that I find joy in. And I think it was hard on them too to know that I wasn't happy where I was at. I'm coming home they live in Ardmore, so about 2 hours away, nothing too crazy, but I would go home and be like, man, really don't like this, don't like this, don't like this. You know, they're like, you know, you need to do something that you love. And if that's not that, then that's okay. And they supported me full-fledged.
I really love that you have that support from your parents because not everybody has
Yes,
that.
the blessing.
And I'm sure it makes it's obviously still a hard
Yes,
situation.
yeah.
Change is always hard for everybody, but I'm sure having that backbone is really nice to fall back on if you needed to.
Yes. And this is a good business tip. I got involved with the chamber here where Simply Tilly is. So Simply Tilly is actually located in Edmond, just probably 20 minutes north of Oklahoma City. I got into the chamber probably right when I quit my job, when I knew that I was going to open a business. And that was I would say that was probably one of the best things that I did, because it's like-minded people, supportive, and extremely, extremely knowledgeable about owning a business, running a business, kind of knowing what it consists of. So also having the support from the community and other business owners in the community was literally so helpful and so encouraging.
That's amazing. Whenever you got the storefront, besides the storefront, what was one of the first things you did? What was like one of the big things you did to actually get this going?
Applied for funding. Because the goal was to work in corporate for a few years so that I would be the funding. As we know, that didn't last very long. After 6 months of being in corporate, I did not have the funding to do this. So that's the first thing, because the process can be difficult and long. I was very fortunate that it probably was about 6 to 8 weeks. You're meeting with lenders. You're going over your business model over and over again with small banks, lenders, whoever it is that's you're asking for money. And then also registered as an LLC. I knew that I didn't want to do this without being an LLC just because there is a lot of benefits simply being backed by something, and also helps with your insurance if you're actually a registered LLC. Not by much, but we'll take any little dollar off, okay?
Right.
We'll take a discount. That was the two main things that I knew I had to get going to make it feel official.
Right.
Because then it's a business and it's out there, and now I can market it as an LLC. I can market it as a full-blown business.
I love that you bring that up because that's something that I also wanted to do at the beginning, and I'm sure
Yes.
Paris as well, is
Yes.
get certain things in place like the LLC and things
Yes.
like that to really solidify you as a business and have people take you seriously, because I think a lot of people can
Exactly.
struggle as they start up
Mhm.
because they're like, well, I'm just starting out, like maybe I'll do it discounted, or maybe I'll do this, and kind of cut corners, and then people don't take you seriously. And so I really love that you took
Yeah.
yourself seriously from the beginning. I think that is honestly the best way to go about it.
Yeah, and I think that on that topic, anybody that literally, if you have an itch in your mind, in your brain to have your own business, nobody's going to do it for you. Just do it. And that's what I did. And I knew that. And granted, it's very, very encouraging to have the support system that I do, but they weren't going to do it for me. They were going to be there when I did it, but they're not going to do it for me. And I knew that if I didn't take myself serious and what I wanted to do serious, how can I expect anybody else to?
Right.
And so that's literally a little piece of advice. Nobody's going to do it for you. Just do it.
Going back to the name of your business.
Yes.
So Simply Tilly, obviously, we know now that you named after your soul dog, and I
Yes.
think that's so beautiful. We love animals.
Love.
I wanted to know a little bit, how do you feel you incorporate her in your everyday work?
Yes. Oh, I love that question. And if I cry, here's your preface.
Please cry. It's okay. I'll cry too.
It's this very real raw emotion. So Tilly was, and she was simple. You fed her, she went outside, and you pet her. And she was fine. She lived her best life. She loved literally just being herself and being loved. And that is the approach that I take into my business. I love to make people feel loved. I love literally to love on people. Like, love is my word. And I think that that's what I was not finding in corporate. And when I named it Simply Tilly, I literally thought of that exact same question. I'm like, how do I portray that into my business so that Tilly is literally active in my business every day? So I think it's just the little things, letting people know that they are loved, that I do care about you. It's so much more than just laundry. I genuinely love to serve and to make you feel loved, and that's exactly what Tilly would do. She'd go up to anybody, she'd love on anyone, and she was just everyone's friend. And it sounds so crazy because she was a dog, but not all dogs are like that, and she was that.
I really love that. And I love that your business is based on something that some people might consider like a simple task,
Right.
or something so mundane in their everyday life. And you're
Yes.
able to take it and make it something special for others in your community, and something that could take up time in their day that they could be with their family or spending with their animals and their pets and their
Yes.
loved ones. And you're able to take it off of their plate and make it something special, something
Yes.
simple into something special.
And something fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. I love when people come by, grab a coffee, grab a snack, let's chat. I can yap, as you can tell, for forever. So even if you want to come by and not bring any laundry, come say, hey, I'm in here just watching my little Netflix show or listening to a podcast. Cleaner Days Ahead when it comes out.
Hello.
But I just genuinely love seeing the community every day, and meeting new faces and loving all my people. I love it.
And I'm assuming your main consumer is mom, since you're having a mother's night out.
Yes.
How do you feel that you take off the weight of laundry? Like you said, such a
Yes.
simple task. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, honestly, it brings me a lot of joy.
Yeah.
I don't have kids of my own yet. By the grace of God, I will soon and eventually, but I think that it's so important to spend time with your family. I think it's so important to come home from work, have a dinner at the table, not have to worry about, oh, I have 6 loads of laundry to do. And it does seem like something so simple. But once you bring it to me and it's done and you have all those hours back, whether that's to take a shower and just breathe, whether that's to be with your kids, whether that's to go on a date night with your husband, whether that's to do something in your garden, literally whatever it is, let me literally, no pun intended, but take a load off and you just be you. Like you be a mom. You take care of your family. You show up for your family. And something as such a simple task as laundry gives moms so much time back with their family. And I think that's really important.
Yeah, I can't imagine being a mom right now because I can't even do my own laundry, and I have me, myself, and I.
It's okay.
And I'm leaving.
We'll always be here for you.
Thank you. And you inspired me. I'm gonna hire you.
Okay.
Would you like to do my laundry?
Yes.
Discount?
Yeah.
Okay.
Family friend discount.
And I was just kidding about the discounts, by the way.
No, girl, I'm serious.
No. I support local.
Moms,
I don't ask
by the
for
way,
discounts.
are always 5% off at Simply Tilly. We love you.
I need to become a mom.
Yeah.
I'll adopt a dog or something. Fish.
Exactly.
Fish mom?
I'm a fish mom.
Okay, so tell me, because I've been curious about myself and I've asked myself this. What is one thing you'd tell yourself just starting out? Like you just started, what would you tell yourself a year ago to change something? Maybe something would go a little bit smoother.
Honestly, it would be a piece of advice, and kind of like I touched on earlier, just do it. It sounds so easy, but it's very scary. As you mentioned, change is extremely scary, especially going from a steady income, benefits, all the things to nothing. But fear is not of the Lord. And if I would have listened to the enemy, I would have never been here. So that's my piece of advice. Take the step, take the leap. If it's meant for you, it'll be. Me specifically, I always felt like I had the heart to serve, but I didn't know how. I didn't feel like I could because I needed to pay the bills. I need to get groceries. Like I need to have an income. And so just feeling literally so empty, feeling like I'm not, granted, I was serving my boss, serving the company in those manners, but I felt like I was made for more.
And it wasn't serving you.
And it wasn't serving me. And that's not fair. Which granted, not everything's always going to serve you all the time. But in terms of going to a job every single day, when you have other options, go for it. And I think that that's something I would tell myself. I know that is something I would tell myself a year ago is fear is the enemy and change is scary, but you just have to do it. And I did it. And if I wouldn't have, would have never been here.
What do you feel like is one of the biggest challenges you've faced thus far in the year that maybe you're wanting to change, or maybe that you've already changed, or if there's multiple struggles, what is that for you?
One of the struggles this first year, as you all have talked about on a podcast, is hiring. Not only on the legal side of things and having to pay taxes and offer benefits and all the things, but finding the right person and finding the right people to really reflect Simply Tilly and reflect what my heart is in this business. Literally, I mean it when my heart and soul is in this business. And so it's been really hard for me to even just find the real urge to hire, knowing I so desperately need to. Hence, whenever I tear my oblique, I might need a little bit of help. But that has honestly been one of the biggest struggles for me, which is a blessing that I need to hire, and that is something that's I'm struggling with. And just honestly, the learning curve of hiring. I mean, literally, I don't know. I didn't learn that in my undergrad. I didn't learn that in my master's either. So teaching myself things like that, I just don't know. And so then I'm just like, I'll just do it myself.
Yeah.
Because it seems easier that way when in reality it's not.
I'm sure it is really hard. We've talked about this.
Yes.
I feel like a lot on the podcast already, but finding when it is time to start hiring, I feel like I'm not in that place yet. Hopefully soon. I'm hoping
you will be.
Paris is. She's ready. We need to push her over the edge.
Give her a little love tap.
But it's hard to imagine finding someone that shares that same passion,
Right.
because it's different for a corporate company, they can kind of have like an in and out revolving door of just people that maybe need a paycheck.
Right.
And while, of course, that's why everyone has a
Yes.
job, because they have to pay for things to survive in a society, especially in, today's day and age.
Yeah.
But finding those people that not only are there for that, but also care about the formation and the building of your business and your brand,
Yes.
and building you up and building each other up, that's hard. And I know that's hard because even though I haven't hired, I have heard it from other
Right.
small business owners. They hire these people that they think might even be a good fit for them, and they don't end up being a good fit, and they're flaky, or they don't care, they don't take their job seriously. So I think that is going to be a big struggle for all of us once we get to that point.
We can all learn together.
And we can all learn, but it's one of those things you just have to dive in and find the right people, and hopefully they'll just come to you. They gravitate towards you.
And I was once told no one's going to love your business like you do. But I remember working under someone, Aloha, and feeling like I loved it and cared about it more than the person that was overseeing everything. And so I know there's people out there, and those type of people who love a business so much and want to help you grow and do new things. Those are people who are going to stick by your side, become a manager one day, and maybe take over one day.
Yes.
So I'm praying that we all find that.
Yes.
Because that will be so nice. Because I was once that, and I'd love to see someone grow and maybe not start your own cleaning business. If you want to, it's okay. I'll help you.
You won't be as good as Cozy Cleans and Dream Cleans.
There's one of a kind of each of us. But yeah, we'll get there. It's a huge curve. It's hard to let go of a little bit of control, knowing that I'm gonna have to teach you and train you.
Yes, and that takes
How do I
time.
train? Hello?
Yeah.
I'm working on a training manual of like
Okay,
everything I
idea.
do. Just
Maybe we should
writing
do that
out
too.
everything that I do in my business.
Yeah, see, I jot down like probably once a day, like new things that I learn, like checking the machines before you switch over any other loads, making sure there's no little pieces of clothing left in the washer before you start a new person, so we don't mix up clothes, stuff like that. That in my head, I got it.
Yeah.
But to a new person,
because you think that cleaning a house or doing a load of laundry,
easy,
simple,
right?
It's just cleaning. It's just doing laundry. With a business, when you're serving others and you have clientele and you're providing a service, there's so much more. Like you just said, there's way more to it than just wiping down a counter or putting a load in.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And I had a question. You mentioned some things that you do for your service, because you are a service provider, as are we. And I was wondering, you've been so successful within your first year of business. Congratulations. Truly, you're flourishing, and that's amazing. Yeah. What do you feel like sets you aside and makes you so successful compared to others that might be trying to do the same kind of service or are interested in starting? What sets you aside?
Which we mentioned, but this is the main thing. I love what I do. People have always called me crazy. My mom has called me crazy. I've always loved laundry. That's nothing new.
It's a little crazy.
It is a little crazy. That's okay. That's okay. But
I love that.
I would do like the laundry when I lived at home. I would do like my brother's laundry. I would do my dad's, my mom. Like I just loved it. Granted, at the time, I probably wasn't the best. I might mix a few colors with some whites, but we've learned now. And then another thing is I've always been OCD. It's nothing new either. I pay so much attention to detail. I think that's very important, and I think that makes people feel very seen. And that's the whole motive. I want you to feel seen. I want you to feel like you matter. And another thing that sets me apart, I offer, I'm thinking, probably about at least 12 different detergents.
Oh, tell us about that.
Okay, so all different scents, all different brands, all different kinds. So obviously, me personally, I don't have a crazy skin sensitivity, but a little bit. Like I can't do Tide, I can't do Downy. Gives me some rashes. I kind of break out from it. So that's one reason that I carry a lot of different detergents, because even if they're all marketed as organic or non-toxic, they may not actually be to somebody who's super sensitive to those type of things. So if you come in and you have a specific skin issue, eczema, rosacea, hives, whatever it is, I thought that that was also a very important part of my business model of making people feel seen. Like I keep emphasizing, I have organic all the way down to like it could be tested. I actually carry Shout Out Bulk Refillery. That's also a local business.
Ooh.
They're a low waste, non toxic refillery. Everything, spices, makeup products, hair products.
Do they have an Instagram?
Yes.
We'll plug them here.
Yes, so good. And I carry a few different detergents from them because then the research has already been done. They're already approved to be non-toxic, fully organic. And then I offer your standard Arm & Hammer, Ecos, which that one is perfect because I love the smell and it's still clean. Because a lot of people come in and they're like, man, I use Free and Clear, but I want a scent, but I'm sensitive to it. I'm like, look, here's the list. Smell them. You can pick. You have a wide variety. And I love that because it's your laundry. You customize it how you want it. Just because I'm doing it doesn't mean you can't have it your way.
Have it your way.
Have it your way.
Burger King.
Sorry about that.
Oh, not local.
Mm-mm.
We're bleeping that.
I'm gonna bleep it. I'm thinking about all your different options and everything that you provide, your prices, everything. You have a website.
Correct.
Did you start with a website?
Yes. That was also another thing that I was very adamant about before I started. I feel like it gives a little bit more seriousness. And also, it's just so easy to have people refer to that because then I can hit all different demographics. Older generations aren't going to go look at my Instagram. So I have the website. And then it has everything for even the younger demographic. Whatever it is, you can always refer to my website. That's not the case with social media, unfortunately. So I knew to hit the market, the target market that I needed, which for the most part is established, established incomes, etc., families. A lot of times, yes, moms are on social media, but it's quicker to go to my website. And it's a one-stop shop. Everything's there. Our stories there. Our prices are there. Our detergent options are there. Everything's there. And I was very fortunate that one of my nanny I used to nanny before corporate in college. She is a brand marketer, and she helped me build my website, and she just has an eye for it. I do not. I can maybe match some colors and stuff, but we'd have different fonts, and the scrolling, the tabs wouldn't work. It just would not be good. So she helped me build my website, and that's the one that I still use to this day. I have just gradually made updates as pricing has changed, brought in new detergents, all the things. But I thought that was something that was very important. And also, it's super easy to book from so that I don't have to keep up with Instagram DMs of DM me and I'll get you on the books. You can just do it yourself.
Is that where a lot is your main traffic is from that?
Yes.
Do people also come in or
yes,
walk
honestly,
by?
So I was talking about this earlier. Foot traffic has been crucial to my marketing. Being right next to Office Depot, it's one of the only ones in the area. It's one of the only office supply stores in the area. Actually, office supply stores, not like Walmart or Target. And so it gets a lot of traffic, and the parking lot is always popping. And people will just walk over and be like, oh, what is this? This business model is not super common in the area. So a lot of people are genuinely curious. What is this? How does it work? Do I just drop my laundry off? Do I bring my own detergent? And then there you go. That's built a connection right there. That boosts your customer awareness, which is crucial. I think that focusing on customer awareness was key to my success, still to this day. And speaking of what kind of sets me apart, I talked a little bit about in a personal manner of my willingness to serve and my attention to detail that I think sets me apart. But from a business standpoint, all of my marketing is done organic. So I'm marketing at chamber events, which if you don't know what a chamber is, it is essentially a group of business owners, business managers, all types of things that meet. You have get-togethers, networking events, business building events, all types of educational resources. Really just helps you either start your business, grow your business, expand your business. They have so many different resources. And like I mentioned, so many different people that have so much wisdom. about this about this entire realm, and it's so nice.
I have a question for
Yes.
you. It's kind of a fun question.
Yes.
If you could market yourself in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
Okay, so don't judge me. These are pretty serious words.
No judgment, girl. We want to know.
So I am very determined and I'm driven, and those aren't the same, because at first I was like, are these the same when I sat down and thought about this? But I don't think they are. And I'm very ambitious. If I want something, I'm going to go get it. And I love that about me. And I think that as a business owner, as you all probably are also very ambitious, because you just went and did it. And if you didn't have the ambition and the drive and the determination, you wouldn't have done it. And so same for me. And I think that those are the 3 ways that the 3 words that I would market myself. And I think got this from my master's. Those are good words to use on a resume.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to have, when you start hiring people, put in a resume?
And look for those words.
Yeah. And so if you watch this video, you'll know what to put to get hired at Simply Tilly. Okay. Honestly, I have a few college girls that help me out. Didn't ask for a resume. Had a lunch or a dinner with them. One of my girls, Maddie, she's in our Bible study. Shout out Maddie, she'll love that. She's great. And I just met her through Bible study, and I loved her. She's literally so willing to help me no matter what it is. And those are the type of things that I don't feel like I can see out of your resume.
Yeah.
And I just want to know you. We can all look good on paper, and that's great for, like I said, certain professions. But for Simply Tilly, like, I want to know you. I want to know your heart, how I can pour into you, how you can pour into me, how you can pour into our people that come through our doors. And I think that a resume, it's a little too much reading. I'll just get to know you.
And I agree with that completely. I think that's the best way to meet people and
Yes.
connect and see what their real intentions are. So
Yes.
that's awesome.
To go back on how I feel like I set myself apart, I'm going to touch a little bit on the business model that I have, and from a business perspective, how I feel like I set myself apart. I focus a lot on my systems and my processes. I think that innovating your systems as you grow is very important, because essentially it makes the process a lot easier for your consumers, your clients, your patient, whatever the case is. It makes it just so much easier. I'm constantly innovating my systems, whether that's my booking site, whether that's the process that I do when I'm literally washing clothes, how I switch it over, when I switch it over, etc., all the things. And that shows because it's really convenient. My goal is to make it convenient for you when you come in and you drop your laundry off. And I think constantly innovating and being able to innovate as I scale is what sets me apart. Because a lot of times businesses run into being stagnant. And if I'm going to be honest, that scares me. So we are constantly going over, we as in me.
I do that same thing.
I wear all
I
the
have
hats.
multiple personalities.
Me and Tilly, okay? We are constantly going over how I can innovate a system, how I can make it easier for my consumers, and how I can make it easier for my customers. I think that that's something that reflects on the outside. Obviously, internally, it helps me function better on the back end, but also externally, it shows, and people see that. People see that you're innovating. People see that you're upgrading processes and making them new and making it easier for them. For example, I offer memberships, and I used to do it by you get X amount of pickups. Say you want to do pickup and delivery. I used to do it where you get X amount of pickups per month. Quickly realized that's not going to work, and now it goes by weight. Sounds easy, but there was a lot of back end work that went into that, and it makes it so much easier for my customers to track how much weight they have left for the month, how many more pounds they can drop off, and it just makes it so much easier. They don't have to text me and be like, hey, do I need to schedule another appointment? How do I book this? Do I make sure that I got all my pickups this month? They have access to the spreadsheet, and they can see and they can check. They don't have access yet. I do. And I send out the reminder of you're within X amount of poundage to your limit. And it makes it so much easier because then they also have an idea. Okay, I need this washed. I have this much left. I can send this to Tilly's. We're good to go. So
I think that's awesome that you mention keeping up and
Yes.
always having a constant up upkeep of your
Yes.
policies and procedures and things
Yes.
like that. And I think your clients can see that and
Yes.
appreciate that you care about what you're doing and they see your intent behind everything and that you're really taking the time to break down each little thing and make sure that it's easy for them. And
Yes.
because that's literally what we do. We are service providers.
Exactly.
So whatever we can do on our end
To
to make
make
it the easiest for
Mhm.
them, one is gonna bring in more clients
Right.
because people love convenience.
Yes.
As by nature we
right.
just do.
Yeah.
We love instant gratification.
Yes.
Especially nowadays.
Yes.
People love
Yes.
instant gratification.
Maybe a little carried away, but that's okay.
And me too. I get it.
Yeah.
So, but so I'm sure that your clients really appreciate that and they see that. And do people acknowledge it for you?
Yeah. So
awesome.
actually what I did was send out an email when this last system that I've now integrated, she's still new. We just started integrating her the first of this month. So we're all on a learning curve. And I thought that was very important to loop in all of my people. So I emailed all of them. I like to call them my OG customers. Nothing changed for them because I also think that's very important.
Little grandfather clause.
Yes. And they've been with me since I started when things weren't so smooth selling. Although nothing was changing for my original clients, I still wanted to keep them in the loop because say they were to refer me or say, oh, this is how the process works. They know, they're looped in, they're tuned in, they know how the memberships work or they know how the process works. Nothing is getting out and about that's not correct. And then that way somebody doesn't come in and I'm like, oh, nope, that's not how that works. Because then that kind of takes away from the conveniency, right? If you're expecting something and that's not what it is. I sent out a mass email to all of my members because the process and the system that I put into place is strictly just for my members and future members. And I had a lady come in and drop off her laundry. And honestly, love her. She's great. And she asked me a few questions about it. She's like, hey, can I get some clarification of how this works? And I'm like, heck yeah, I love that. Because I know you read my email, you're tuned in, and you know how it's working. And I love that you're asking questions because it's about them. It's not about me. I'm here to serve you. And I just love that even if she was the only one that read that email, somebody did. And I know that
I'm sure that's really gratifying for you too, to know that all your hard work is actually meaning something and helping people. And also you're not just sitting it out and they're like, oh, whatever,
Yeah, because
I'm sure that's very
yes, and I appreciated that because I was very stressed figuring out this process. But that is one thing I will say. In my master's program, I learned a lot about system and processes and systems and processes. And I think that takeaway from that is what helped me. This is the first time I've made a pretty big shift with one of my processes. Small stuff here and there, as you all know. Maybe adding a policy, taking away, or, clarifying a policy or whatever the case is, or actually executing the policy. I have a hard time,
Us too. Yeah.
It's hard and that's another thing with being a business owner. You just want to serve everyone the best, and what can cater to them. And that's great. But as a business, you do have to have those policies that have to be executed and put into place for a reason, right? So that we can serve you best because that's just how it works. But I literally was so happy when she came in. I was like, I have a few questions about the email. I was like, it's the best day ever. It's the best day ever.
Thank you.
I don't know if anyone else, I don't think anybody, maybe nobody else read it, but you did. And that's great.
And you get a free load.
Literally.
Sorry if you're watching.
And now I'm encouraged. Now you know to read all my future emails because you might get a little freebie.
It is sometimes nerve-wracking changing a
yes,
process.
It's intimidating.
Have you changed your processes? Have you changed your prices since being a year in? And what did that look like if you did?
I will say when I first opened, I was charging practically nothing. And I quickly realized I got to figure that out.
Side question. Is there anybody in the area that does what you do? Did you have even a price to look at, an average price besides the laundromat thing?
So not a luxury wash.
Gross.
Not
Come
Tilly's.
here.
Not Tilly's. Yeah. So honestly, water price in the location that I'm at. Mhm. And that was one thing because the main thing I need is water. Okay.
Right.
I knew that. And then I kind of did go based off of what laundromats charge per wash. And then I added I'm not going to bore you with the math and all of what I did, but worked in manual labor,
Of course.
inventory, now employees,
Mhm.
a few of my little girls that help me out. And so my prices honestly have changed a few times and nothing
probably
drastic.
operational space,
Right.
too,
And
because it's very nice to have a space. Paris and
yes.
my stuff gets stored in my car, but hopefully one day we can each have a space to
Yes.
have our things. So I'm sure that's really
Yes.
nice to have a place.
And that is one thing. It's so nice to have an overhead and it's mine. I can store whatever I need. People have a place to always refer to. You never have to worry about where to go. Any of that. This is it. Tilly's is here. Tilly's is staying here. You can always rely on it. And that's also very important for your customers. But those are a few things that I worked into the price. Kind of just went off of a laundromat because they're essentially charging for water already. That's really it, because a lot of times people bring their own detergent, not always, but for the most part. And once I did all that, that's the price that I got to. Then I felt a little bad, so I lowered them again initially. It was a process, okay? It was a process. But honestly, figuring out how manual it was.
Yeah.
Because I could do my laundry at home. It's not too manual, but not like doing 20 loads a day.
Right.
So, but once I do, I call my drop and go customers that aren't our members. Then I was like, okay, so I'm upping my drop and go prices. What about the memberships? And I have to do all the math for that. And y'all, I'm not a numbers girl. Not. Try to be, I'm not. Accounting was my worst enemy in college, okay? So thankfully, I have a brother that's very intelligent and he's good with numbers and he can help me out. And he did help me out. But I think that it was my gradual pricing increases was what made it not be so like, whoa, to the average consumer. I never was like, oh, I'm raising by $80. Like it would be small increments. And I think that not in every industry would that work, but in mine it does. And it did. And you treat them well, you take care of them, and it's convenient and they're going to like that.
And that's another thing that people pay for, especially with your service and also with a cleaning business. You're paying for that convenience. And that's why it's a luxury service. And sometimes people don't always understand that.
Right.
That while we do love helping you, this is a luxury service.
Right.
So you are going to pay for it.
Right.
You know, some people don't understand that. But yeah, convenience is nice and you get your time back in return. So
yes, just literally like having your house clean. That takes hours. You don't have to do it stun. And it's hard work. And like you said, a lot of people are like, oh, you're just cleaning, or oh, you're just doing laundry. No, you're on your feet all day. You're bending over, you're scrubbing, you're literally, it's so manual.
It is. And it's tiring.
Yeah.
I also wanted to ask you, where do you see your business in 5 years?
So, I love this question. I would love to have another Simply Tilly location, a second location.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yes.
That's exciting.
She's in the works now, but as we know, that takes a long time. So she's in the very beginning processes and phase of that. She's scaling. But I think that it would be nice to have one either in North OKC, Northwest OKC, or downtown OKC. So I would love to have one more non-self-serve location, and then I would love to open a luxury laundromat. So
I love that.
I would love to, same vibe, very aesthetic, very clean, very cozy. Cozy cleans. Yep.
Maybe cozy
Shut up.
coffee shop.
Exactly.
Oh.
So I would love that.
Yeah.
That is in 5 years. I would love to have another Simply Tilly. This will always be the OG. This will always be my baby. But I would love to have I'm hoping and praying to expand Simply Tilly now to pretty big. You know, I right now have 2 machines of each. I would love to have 4. It's going to cost a pretty penny. So we're saving up. Have to have some plumbing and some electricians come out, plumbers and electricians come out. So I'd love to scale her fairly big and then have what I would call a hub. Maybe 2 machines, 2 washers, 2 dryers. For the most part, it's where people drop off, pick up. It's a central location, especially if it's in downtown, or a little bit northwest OKC. Thinking like Deer Creek area, kind of over that way. Like, what's that way? 192nd. Yeah. That way. I don't know.
Girl, don't ask me directions.
I'm
that way.
Directionally challenged. Okay.
All of us.
That way.
Over there.
Somewhere that way. So that's my 2 goals. I think that it's important to also have a self-serve option. Because some people just like
I think
that.
That's a great option.
Yeah, people
especially
like
with
that.
the intimidation, and sometimes with service providers, people can get kind of nervous or feel uncomfortable with the idea of
very
giving
vulnerable.
away like an independence type thing. So giving them the option to do it themselves might be a little more approachable for some people.
Right.
And some people don't care.
Right.
And that's all. It's fine either way.
Just personal preference.
Yeah, giving them that option.
And I think
really
that,
good.
again, giving them the option because you matter and what you want matters. And that's the mission behind Simply Tilly. You matter. We care about you. We want to take care of you. Please let us. We would love to. But with the self-serve laundromat, there would be an attendant 24/7. We're not going to be open 24/7 because that's dangerous for the little girly pops that are going to work there. But all of the hours that we're open, have an attendant so that they're cleaning in between each person. Yeah. All the drums of the washers and the dryers get cleaned between each person. There's a coffee bar. It's nice and neat. There's a little kid play area. It's cozy. You can relax. If you want to leave your laundry, the attendant will take care of it and make sure that it doesn't get switched over by the wrong person or whatever. So it's still kind of hands-free in a way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For the self-service option, are you thinking about doing like open all times? You can come anytime. Are you going to have appointment times for people to come? What does that kind of
I'm
look like
thinking,
for you?
So when you see a typical laundromat, they're open pretty late because somebody might get off at 7:00 and have to come do 2 loads of laundry. 2 loads might take 2-3 hours. So I'm still kind of navigating that. Do I open later in the day? Do I stay open later on weekends? Whatever the case is, I don't know. It'll kind of be a learning curve, learning that demographic, learning that preference that people want. But I do worry about being open late just because, like I said, it'll probably be women that work there. Love girls, love women, love to uplift them, love to support them. I think that, and no offense to the guys, but they're a lot better at the laundry and the details about the laundry. So it makes me a little nervous for security reasons to be open any later than dark. But safe location, alarm systems alarmed, etc. And then I could also do a process that's when it is later in the evening or whatever, it is by appointment. Just book online. There could be a code on the door. You have a code to come, So there can be all types of different processes for that. But for the most part, I think that it'll be standard laundromat hours. Maybe not every day. Because I know here, for instance, I'm not open on the weekends. And I sanitize the machines, which takes a while. To let the sanitizing stuff sit and to deep clean and then make sure the drums are clean, all the things. So there's definitely gonna have to be days for maintenance and stuff like that. But it's exciting. I'm excited. I love aesthetic stuff, and that's what she's gonna be.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Okay, Emma, for our last question of the day, first of all, we have loved having you. This was so amazing. And thank you for being our first guest.
Yes, I'm literally honored. I'm so excited.
I wanted to know, what is one thing that you can share with our viewers or anyone that might be interested in either Simply Tilly or starting their own business? What's something that you want them to know about you or anything?
Okay. Maybe I'll do a little fun fact because this blows people away when I say this because they're like, what? Like, you're in that profession and that's the case? I'm a germaphobe. Always have been. I can be vulnerable on this. Have been in therapy for it. It was so bad. And I think that that's why I do what I do. Your stuff will be clean. If you're interested in coming to Simply Tilly, it'll be clean. I assure you. If you're interested in starting your own business, do it. Do it. We need more people to pave the way, whether you're young, whether you're not, whether you've been in a profession for 30 years. Literally do it. And I'll support you. So if you're going to do it, reach out to me. We can go get coffee. We can chat. We can learn from each other. I love that. That has been one of my greatest joys. Side tangent. One of my greatest joys of opening my own business is learning from other people, having people come to me and be like, hey, how do you do XYZ? I'm like, oh, I don't feel qualified to answer that, but I will. Here's how I did it. But I think that that's also the joy of having your own business. You create your community and you build your community, and my heart is so in it. And business owners, it's literally your community that you built, your clientele. That's your community that you built. And there's something so beautiful about that. And we need more of that. We need more community, period.
We do.
So,
especially this day and age.
yes, especially these days.
I love you so much. You're so intentional. And I was cackling at you being a germaphobe because you guys, Emma has cleaned with me before. And my horror land, what was one of my horror stories from the other day? Emma was a part of that. She was the one with all the dust in her nose. Okay. And so she's seen that side. So maybe I should come do laundry with you so I can get the laundry side. So we can feel each other's pains.
Yeah. That can help you lift a rug. I was sneezing for 4. Yeah, please. I was sneezing for 4 days after that house. So live, laugh, love.
She's never cleaning again.
I will for my girls. I'll help. I'll help. But I need a mask next time.
I love you
please,
so
my
much.
boss.
Yeah.
Please provide me a mask.
And you people need to work for you. Apply now. I don't know if you're actively hiring, but
put in your resume and comment down the 3 words that
know the 3 words, okay?
herself with.
You better remember them and know how to spell them.
Put them in your resume and put them in the comments.
Yes, they're good on your resume.
You do seem like you have an amazing head on your shoulders. You seem like you have it all together.
No, babe.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I've seen behind the scenes, so I know, but even then, you do have it together, and you're so smart and so capable, and I can't wait to see. Me too. In 5 years, probably having children. You're gonna have free labor. Free labor.
You're on the payroll. Out of the womb, you're on the payroll, okay?
Literally. Yeah, we've enjoyed the time so much, and thank you.
This is so fun.
I hope it inspired others to start their own business. Like you said, do it.
Yes.
Quit the job. Who cares? It'll work out.
Yes. Quit the job. Do it. Mm-hmm. Literally take the gamble on yourself.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to do it for you. And nobody's going to believe in you besides the Lord. But here on earth, more than you.
Yeah.
So just do it, okay?
Amen, sister. Well, you guys, we're going to tag Emma's Instagram, all her socials, her website down below. And right here. You can put it right here. Mm-hmm. Follow us on Instagram at Cleaner Days Ahead Podcast.
Also right here.
We do have a link tree, so go use that link tree to go find where you can watch. If you're on here, you know where to watch.
That's
we're professional.
Literally, I love it.
Yeah,
we are working on other platforms as well. So
yes. Okay, I am here to say I was the first guest when they blow up. Okay,
and if they get famous. You stayed till the end, comment laundry emojis or a doggy emoji.
My favorite one is the hamper.
The hamper
and the bubbles
and a little bubble
combo.
I love it. Comment that down below, and y'all come get your laundry done at Simply Tilly. It is so cute in here. We love you guys so much. We'll see you next week, and remember, there's always cleaner days ahead.
Bye.
Okay, and we're back with our guest.
That's okay. It's making me know that it's okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be me.
Let's jump. I'm cutting this.
The process can be somewhat okay. We're gonna have to cut that out. People don't have skin issues of hives.
I got eczema.
And they do.
Eczema. You got eczema. No, babe.
So
we don't want that. But
lice.
okay, wait.